asking you a few questions today. Okay. Now, I want to start off by talking about your relationship with the defendant, Charlie Martin.
Okay.
You actually worked pretty closely together with Charlie Martin on season 10 of The Saboteurs, correct?
Yes, we were both chosen to be saboteurs during season 10.
That's exactly right. You were both saboteurs. Now, that first day of the challenge, you guys actually hadn't been picked to be the saboteurs yet.
No, they chose us towards the end of episode 1.
That's exactly right, but during that challenge where you hadn't been picked to be saboteurs yet, you saw the defendant sabotaging Rob Armstrong.
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, took my baby oil, looked at the log, chose Rob Armstrong's spot, whipping it.
That's exactly right. Before Charlie Martin was even a saboteur, she took your baby oil and put it on Rob's log.
Yeah, she wasted it. I didn't have any left for my skincare routine.
Well, after the defendant put the oil on Rob Armstrong's log, she actually chose to target Rob Armstrong again, correct?
Yeah, way later in the season.
Well, later in the season, around episode 5, the defendant, she chose to sabotage Rob Armstrong again.
Yeah, she had the choice to choose.
And one of these choices of sabotage the defendant wanted to do was to put drugs in his water bottle.
She wanted to put sleeping pills. I asked her, I was like, baby, where you get that from? Honey, give me some sleeping pills. Those beds were insanely uncomfortable.
Another one of the ideas the defendant had was to put poison in Rob Armstrong's breakfast.
Yeah, she was playing it up for the cameras.
Well, despite playing it up for the cameras, the producer, Riley Kay, actually said that these kinds of sabotages were against the rules.
That's right. And then Riley Kay looked at Miss Martin and she was like, we'll talk more about this later. We still have work to do. That's crazy.
Well, despite this work to do, Miss Kay made sure to mention that this kind of sabotage could be considered assault.
Yeah. And then she looked at him, told they'll talk more about it later.
And in response to what Miss Kay said, the defendant said, if not now, I'll get him later.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about how she went about getting him later. A few episodes later, you actually saw the defendant in a supply closet.
Well, I was in the supply closet first. I was looking for some snacks. They have some real good ones down there.
Well, you saw the defendant in the closet with you, correct?
Well, when I was in there first, I heard some rustling beside me, and I turned around and I saw Miss Martin down there.
That's exactly right. She was with you in the supply closet, correct?
Yes, she was also looking for some snacks.
Despite that, there was actually cleaning solutions in the same supply closet.
Yeah, they had a whole bunch. I sure hope they had some cleaning stuff. They still smelled bad in that hotel, unfortunately.
Well, while you two were in the supply closet, the caretaker actually came down all of a sudden, correct?
Yes, Miss Lennox Reynolds, the woman that I thought was taking me out on a date.
And she came down, she actually looked at a bottle of oxalic acid, correct?
Well, I was looking at the cleaning supplies, and then I saw oxalic acid, and I took it off, and then Miss Lennox was like, oh no, don't touch that.
That's exactly right. And in addition to saying, don't touch it, she said, this stuff is so dangerous.
She did say that, yes.
And would you recognize a copy of that label
Yes.
if I were to show it to you today?
Yes, ma'am.
Let the record reflect I'm retrieving what has already been previously admitted as Exhibit 13, showing opposing counsel. May I approach the witness?
You may.
Here you go, Ms. Dews.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Now, this is that label for oxalic acid, correct?
That is right.
And could you just read that warning in bold for me?
Warning.
And then the part under it as well.
Oh. Harmful if swallowed, causes severe skin burns and eye damage.
And then the part right under it as well.
May cause respiratory irritation.
I can take that from you, Ms. Dews. So, you saw the defendant look at the bottle, the label on this bottle,
Well, she just looked at it and put it back on the shelf.
and after she took a look at this label, Rob Armstrong died in the challenge just a few weeks later.
Well, she looked at the label on, I think it was a couple weeks before, yeah.
So that's a yes to my question. Rob Armstrong died in a challenge after the defendant looked at this label.
Yeah, he died April 6th.
Thank you. No further questions.